Hi everyone, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today I like to continue with uh, how to make things right in our human camper or on our human camper with our human camper for our human camper, partially of course by our human camper we call home in this galaxy we call Earth. There is a story what inspired me to continue about solutions. First, we need to know the story, the whole story behind the crooked planet, the crooked camper. It's like this, the pole, something like that, right? So imagine both of them together like this. Yeah. Sunlight getting spread, goes around, two openings, and then closings. So yeah, the human planet is really something. That's the plan at. So for humans to plan at on a human planet, when an alien nature element entered the planet, it made significant damages. Since it has the opposite electromagnetic or energetic, physical as well as psychological qualities combined, because now we're talking about a living element. Since then, just imagine something poisonous, toxic enters a biological system. We will feel, we will also become, perhaps we curve up, perhaps maybe we will lean one side a little bit more than to another. Most likely we will. It depends on the situation. So Earth is in that position, it's wounded, and until that poison, that alien nature, that means the opposite natured element, will be nearby the planet or the solar system, perhaps. Until then, the entire solar system with the planet will also have troubles. Other planets necessary, of course, it is important to remember the necessary to mention that besides Neptune as well as Earth, all the rest of the planets in this solar system are heavily infected by alien nature carrying elements. Heavily. More than us. Neptune is completely clean, but itself, of course, as a mechanism, when we try to tune into the pure electromagnetic qualities, perhaps in this case could be sunlight energy emanating now from this way. Sunlight energy. So it is technically we are lucky. We remain lucky because I won't say still. We are still lucky because we don't really steal. Naturally, we do sustain what is belonging to us, what is with us, what is for us, by us, all that good stuff. Of course, when it comes to dealing with alien natures, they only able to resonate with their quality of nature in their specific types between that specific race or alien world, zombified world, mutant world, chronologically decayed words in this case in different ways depending on how the alien nature elements were impacting their home planet or projections which could become a planet. So by mineralizing through light, photons and electrons, to mineralizing a hologram, a holographic image, or a hologram, it could be an event. Things could be simply dimensionally shifted or beamed, like Scotty would say, or Spark, or Jim would say. Beamed. Scotty, beam me up. So it is technically like teleporting. The reason why, generally speaking, the current human population, generally speaking, did not really talked about holograms and holographic projections, which of course could be in this case in like any types, especially up to today, or up to like I think first it was introduced in the late 1800s. There was an Austrian magician also, who I think it was in the second half of the 1800s, maybe the first half, I don't remember exactly. The movie called Illusionist is about that actually. It's a true story. He was projecting holographic images in theaters in Vienna in the 1800s. And yeah, it was a romantic story involved with it, and of course, love won. Of course, the blessed ones rescued each other and lived happily forever together. Then afterwards, as well. What I'm trying to say is the reason why holographic projections were not really thought about in schools, generally speaking. We saw it in movies here and there, especially if you are a Star Trek or Star Wars lover, you always saw holographic projections in certain ways, or if you like Halo, so see Halo soldiers, advanced humans, specifically for to actually guard human nature. Of course, by today they are also ancient descendants of the Warhammers. The true story. We fought ourselves to the galaxies and all the way from the D zone of the universe all the way back here to the AB or BA zone. Okay, let's focus on how to solutions. So one of the solution is of course is dimensionally shift. That means imagine a portal that seeks out the alien nature elements because the vibration has been programmed into that. We could call good ghost. We could call it a good ghost, like Jasper. Seeks out all alien nature elements with the disturbing, destroying, destructive, literally destructive nature. at the same time. In same space in that regard. Because the only different what they actually will have is that physically they seem to appear at different places in different ways, either weaponized like vibranium or many others. The past 200-300 years was a waste of time in human history. Lots of up and downs and struggles. Everybody tried to blame, I mean not everybody, but the pollutions, the radiation, the products of the radiation decay, the physical manifestation, and the psychological manifestation of the alien nature radiation decay mainly ruin everything for everyone and try to blame all the bad things on everyone else besides an alien element which got nothing to do with the solar system. Otherwise, the solar system would be completely wrong. It would bloom. There would be aloha everywhere. True story. So we are not alone. Yes, there are more victims. Seemingly there are more victims everywhere in this solar system also, rather than actual human soul quality like physiologies with human soul quality like psychologies really together. For Saint Trinity, according to the 5 main elements, 4 plus 1. That's 8. That's divinity, holiness, divineness, everything. So the good thing, okay, so the bad thing, there are more victims. The good things, that because of that, we are all victims. And finally now we realized that we need each other more than any alien nature element in this solar system. Now we will actually get the entire galaxy and other galaxies, and we will detect with red, white, green as an effect. We will detect where exactly which vibranium missing from in the entire universe. Most likely it is missing from the storage room, from the D zone, and of course the DC and the CD beings at that time, wanted to make the way out of there, just like anything else, wanted to sustain more energy, more life. In our case, it's love, because we are not predators. Humans are not predators. As a good Canadian, I will say, sorry. Okay, so that's the master plan. We will get the entire galaxies to work together to actually organize this neighborhood a little bit in this universally multi-dimensionally existing reality. Multiple universes, of course. It's like getting into your home and making sure that what does not belong into the kitchen area, especially, or where you will feed yourself, or where you will sleep, or where you will rest. You want to make sure that nothing over there will actually be harmful, and will not trying to stop you from actually having a good time. Like this little bug over here. The little bug wants to get out. Okay, hold on. Bugs are bugging, but that means they're gonna get out. This is how much aloha my pet, which I didn't know about, could handle. The tiny little bug though. The big bugs leaving you with their children, so they when they know they can trust you and also they can test you. Like in my case especially. Our agreement goes to this. When life is taken in any measures from your human life sustaining ability, which is a product, it takes a lot of work. It's a big job. It's a hard work to be well in this world. But as better we do, as better we will get. Now, without alienated elements and the radioactive decay, this bug life, or this life which became a bug, this life force energy, this human soul quality, this sunlight quality, what flew by, wanted to get out, would be inside a human without the bug nature, because now there is no decay, now there is no acidification, now there is no waste product, there is no pollution. That light energy would be in a human or something human. That's the reality. That's how powerful it is when we are actually co-creating a human environment together. It's the most powerful, the best environment. I think it is actually the environment what we are all looking for as a human. Look into your heart. If you look into your mind, then you will realize that you have heaven in you. You are heaven as a human. Okay, so that's the master plan. That's how we will. What I would like to ask everyone is be stronger than the buck trap. You got the gift, you got the present in a present moment at some certain point of time as well as space or dimension, a world where you were born as a human. If you weren't born perfectly like most of us, I know I wasn't, but it was everybody was trying to do their best at that time as well as space and the dimension to make sure that I be okay, that I will be able to live, or will have a chance to live, be alive. After 7 months with 28 weeks, 7 months. So after 28 weeks, 7 months, I was in the incubator for 1 or 2 weeks. That's why my skin also, there's a reason why my skin got this goldish color. That's a better case if it's clean. The Soviet Union had incubators back in the days. Nobody ever, well, not nobody, but very few other people around the entire planet, especially countries, they didn't even hear anything like that. Like they had incredibly futuristic technologies by 1980s as well as procedures. Soviet Union. I know probably every big union had that, like the United States of America Union. I know like magical things were also happening there, maybe in different areas. Please keep your blood clean. If there's something I can wish for, or I could ask you to do for your own kind as a human, because it's part of your human integrity, is to please keep your blood clean, your cells clean, your tissues clean. Nurture them, pamper them, nourish them with good nutrient-rich, electron-rich plant foods, which are actually good for humans, as you as you feel like it. You can bake them, fry them, cook them, steam them, eat them as is. A lot of good plant food you can eat as is, or utilize as is. If not for internally, then externally. Do that to the animals as well. Don't let them feed on themselves, on each other. Don't let them to feed on anything else but plants. Good plants, suitable plants. They all have it. That's the way to actually, if you say you want to help, you want to be there for humankind, you want to help humankind, instead of help, you want to help humankind, like HELP, H-E-E-H-E-E-L-P, help humankind, then do it. As a human, as a human, you know it, I know it, you know it yourself, that you want to do the best you can for humankind. That's your number one purpose. Sustain human nature. Yeah, I wish you well. We are all in this together. If there's anything, if there's anyone we ever able to be there for humankind, it is humankind.